how do I make sure that my kids would have the courage? They don't have all this baggage that I have growing up, right? And that they would have the courage and be empowered to articulate their boundaries clearly and be very okay to say, no, that's not right. No, I don't like you doing that. And just, be able to also respect other people when they say that. Do you have any tips?
I think mirroring behavior is really important. I mean, children are little parrots and little sponges, they see what's going on around them, they take it in and they feed it back to us. So I think doing that work on ourselves as parents can be really important. So that, if I say, this is mummy's yoga time, between this time and this time, I'm going to close the door and you only bother me if it's an emergency. And so what's going to happen the first couple of times? Of course, we're going to come, we're going to open the door. We want to see if we can test, is this really time I can't talk to mummy? And the way that we respond in those moments is going to teach a lot about boundaries and respecting boundaries, asking for consent. So, if I get really angry and yell and scream, what does it teach? That boundaries can be pushed and prodded and I'll get a response. Now, maybe it's not a positive response, but it's attention. Okay, I'll see where I can go with that. If the response is a calm, no, this is still my quiet time, I'll see you in 20 minutes, then what I'm internalizing is, oh, okay, it's no big deal. Mummy just says she needs this amount of time and she really will come back to me after the set amount of time and she won't get angry with me if I check in. It's stating that it's okay to say no. No isn't a big deal. I held a boundary and I respected it. So I think, setting our own boundaries can be a good way to teach our children how to do the same.
I think setting boundaries is one thing, but holding it is another.
Yes.
Because, a lot of people can talk about it, but they don't apply it. Or when, it really happens, something else just takes over and so what can we do about that? Like is there even like a formula or is there a right way to hold your boundaries?
Look, that's a difficult one and no, there isn't a perfect solution. And you're absolutely right. Real life happens and, sometimes the yelling, screaming is easier it's easier to sacrifice your boundary and say, be quiet now. I think particularly with parents, that challenge is very real.
Right.
I think having the space to get practice at articulating our needs in advance can help. So it's about that setup and information sharing. The more knowledge people have, the better able they are to respect our needs. So whether it's, when I come home, I need 10 minutes to put my keys away, to put my bag down, to wash my hands and have a drink of water before you talk to me. Being able to tell that to somebody before you're in those 5 minutes preps them for your need and it preps you to hold your need. So I've given you the information in advance. We're now in the moment, so I'm going to gently hold that and I'm going to continue to hold it. Start small. Start with things that you can, the 5 minutes rather than the 20 minutes and build on them. It really is, it's a muscle that needs flexing and nobody's perfect.